goodbye to these. We're in, I think, a spot of bother. We need to take both faction leaders out within 2 rounds, which isn't great, but let's just go great start. And the dummy's going to go first. Okay, so we've got ambush. I think we're going to have to use it. We've got full movement, and we will reveal this. The Hidden Valley. Could just attack the sprites, but we can use the final 2 movement from ambush. I'm going to use flight to go here. No, it needs to be a safe space, doesn't it? And it's not, so we'd have to end on the magical glade and then use 2 movement to get in there, which could be 1, 2. Then we have ambush for an attack card. How many wounds would we take from everything here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slightly more than the 6 we could take. We could destroy this. Each of your ranged attacks this turn is either doubled. Use maximal effect on this. Throw away another action card, use the stronger effect 2 times. Actually, we're definitely using motivation. So does that change this? We could use training with this to get rid of threaten and pick up explosive bolt. Yes. So then maximal effect. If we used it on explosive bolt, do we get the -1 twice? I wonder. Because that's not... he's fire resistant anyway. I was going to say we could reduce his attack, his defense, but we can't. I think maximal effect on Swift Bolt, and then we'll use a red mana on these. That's 3 red mana, which feels like we should use Blood Ritual as one of them. So we would take 1 wound. Now I'm going to flip this one over just so I remember how many we've taken so far in this combat, because that's going to be important. That's 1. Gained 3 mana tokens of any colours. If we take 3 red, 1, 2, 3. You may pay 1 mana of a basic colour to gain a crystal of that colour. Actually, we don't really need this. If we took a blue, we can use 1 more red. Maximal effect, that was the other one. We can use then Determination as a block for 5. The maximal effect gives us range 8. and 3 and 3. But if we destroy the Bow of Stars Dawn, each of your ranged attacks is doubled. So destroy this, we have Swift Bolt for 16, 22 normal, and 6 fire. Plus this. 1 siege as well, which becomes ranged. A ranged attack 2. So we need to defeat 6 levels of the Elementalist. 6 4s are 24. We had 8, 16, 22, 23, 24. So we can do it. For each enemy defeated by this attack, another enemy gets armor -1. So we're defeating 6 levels. I don't know if that counts as 6 enemies defeated. But we do get attack 6 here anyway. The difference is if we're defeating 6, we could do -3, -3 and kill both of these centaurs. Or even kill a centaur. Centaur and the Outriders. Let's have a quick check, see if it's in the rules. What would it be under? See if it's in the combat with enemies section. Does the Ultimate Edition rulebook not talk about these locations? That seems a bit weird. Well, I don't know. I'm defeating 6 levels for each enemy defeated by this attack. It's not really an enemy defeated, is it? We are defeating 1 token. So we get an armor -1. We can kill with our ranged attack 6, ranged fire attack 6. We could either kill this or the dragon, and we're better off killing the elemental here. We have our block 5, which blocks the dragon. His attack doesn't matter. We're then taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. What was this? That was a wound we already had. We would be taking 7, which knocks us out, but we have no melee cards that we're planning to use, so it doesn't matter. But of course, if it counted as 6 levels, we could save 1 of those wounds. What's annoying is that even though he's dead, he still gets to do his attack. It only matters at the end. Can ignore one wound, guard a wound. So if we're getting rid of 2 tokens, that's 2 heal, 3 heals, 4 heals. Let's just pick up 3 wounds then. Yeah. 3 more wounds. These tokens are gone, and we treat our hand size 1 larger. 22 fame will level us up. It would be slightly better, it would be 1 wound fewer. Actually 2 wounds fewer if this was defeated because of the benefit of vampirism. It's quite a big difference, and another 2 fame. So the leader's defeated, even though we didn't kill some of those tokens, it doesn't matter. They're gone. So, Crystal Craft is probably useful, and Ice Bolt is here. Or we spend a mana to throw away a wound. I think I want Ice Bolt. Let's take Influence 2, flip this to ignore. No. Grab this and Ice Bolt. We've moved pretty quickly through our turn. Hidden Valley is conquered. Hidden Valley. Does Hidden Valley count? End your turn, you can heal a wound. Excellent. So we could have healed one of those wounds away. So actually, if we had killed one more unit, because we're going to use the heal ability here, we would have had no wounds in our hand after that attack. That's pretty fun. What else do we get? We get the gold mana. That's nice. We will use one of our maps to explore here. That is the Red City. Okay. Let's move 4. We can get to here. And it's still a magical glade, so we will heal 1 more wound. The dummy goes blue, so it's going nice and slow. We do have our tranquility to heal 1 more, but on this tile that's not strictly necessary. If we move into the desert, we'll have to fight before moving into the necropolis. Wouldn't be enough to level us up and might just be a bit of a waste. Who have we drawn? Okay, only 1 with Paralyze, although he does have Paralyze ability. We could potentially get on to the Red Crystal Mine. that's worth picking up. We can't. I suppose we could have gone to the village, couldn't we? Or could still go to the village, but no one could be recruited from there. The last remaining one is a city. What cards did we throw away? Both of our influence? Yeah, both of our influence cards have gone, which is a bit of a shame. Our reputation is -1. I'm not sure if going to the village is a good idea. Going to the other city, I mean. I should know what it looks like. Where's the water? Is it here and here? I'm going to look at the tile. We know what colour it is. Oh, it's the white city. Always the white city, apparently. No, is it always? I don't think it is. That was probably unnecessary cheating. There's a keep. That's probably worth fighting. How do we get over there? We haven't had our temporal movement yet, have we? No. Can we kill this dragon? Really can't block that dragon. Can kill it though. If we were to block it, that is, which we can't do. So we will end our turn. And this is gone as well. So we'll focus. It'd give us 8 movement. Let's get us desert and a red crystal. I think what we'll do is draw 2 cards. It's the last one, honestly, our temporal movement. That is disgraceful. We'll get 1 more card from the source and get Crystal Joy for a blue mana. Bring it back in our hand. Blue crystal. Oh, I never marked this as conquered, did I? That's why we're not getting our gold token at the start of the round. There it is, Temple Portal. Dummy player goes red, which will be the last of his cards. Temple Portal with a blue mana moves us 2. We go into city, that is our turn done. Will we have enough to actually recruit? We can get 8, we'll focus with improvisation. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, down to 12. Yeah, we've got just about enough. Who are we next to? Golems. Honestly, don't know if I just want to attack them. No, we can't recruit and attack because he's going to call end of round. Let's flip this for a blue. And a red, I guess. Using Crystal Joy, which we won't pick back up. Actually, no, I obviously will. Why would I not? Just chuck in that. In the turn. In which case, is it worth? We fight here, we have to fight this. Move here. We'd have a hand size 3 bigger because of the fortresses, the keeps. Yeah, that's definitely worth it. Equals end of round. We will use the gold on improvisation with another card discarded. That's influence 8. 1 from the keep, -1, so unfortunately we will have to dump this token. Who do we recruit? Siege Ice Attack 4. What elemental resistances did we have? Yeah, Siege Ice Attack 4 would just get rid of the warriors here. Or Ice Block. Okay, and we will claim 1 more blue crystal. We could get a blue mana token and blue crystal from these guys. So actually, if we discarded Ice Bolt so we don't get the blue from it, we could use the Ice Mages for a blue crystal and blue mana token. We can use that on Crystal Joy to get a green mana token. That is better. Rewards claimed. And one time before any of your turns, you may shuffle up to 5 cards back into your D deck and draw that many cards. I think that's worthwhile. Who did we get? Delphina Masters. Interesting. We could get 5 influence, 8 influence again. Don't know why this card's here. Eight influence. We'd need another 5 from somewhere, which would have to be just discarded cards, so no. Otherwise, 8 would be enough for the Amatep Freezers. But we're using both Will Focus and Improvisation. Target enemy does not attack, though. Could be good, could save us some wounds. I am really torn actually on whether I think that is a good deal. I think those 2 cards for this one. But then if we're thinking maybe 2 attacks against the Dark Crusader, those 2 cards are very good against him. No, we'll leave it. So Midnight Meditation, I can chuck some wounds. Mana Search, we could just re-roll the gold die. Let's take that in the first turn. So we're going to re-roll this and the red. Got a lot of red crystals, the option to get a red. No, we'll just re-roll the gold. Green. How much movement do we need? We need 4 movement to get in there. And then we can just use flight to get here. So we just need to block 2. Unfortunately, we do not have any resistance for 2. And then physical resistance here. Do I just use our ice attack? Otherwise we've got 1 ice. We need 8 damage basically, which will be halved. Improvisation. Plus something. We'd have to use a red crystal. It's a lot just to take him out, isn't it? Oh, and if we block, we don't get the +2. It'll give us a plus to the block. I think we'll just assign the wound to our unit. He's easy to heal when we get the heal card out of our hand. And then 1 ice. 5, 6, 7. No, it needs 1 more, doesn't it? 3, 4, 5. Just do that then. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Halved. Okay. Dummy. Got our heal, which is fine. Let's use motivation. Going for the attack, aren't we? We use use the motivation skill. Get a green mana. There is training. Do we want it? Move 4 or heal 2 or draw 2 cards. For each set of 4 different color crystals in your inventory, move 2 or heal 1. We do not have white. Temple Portal. Ooh, Temple Portal. We could use Temporal Portal to move one space, and the next time we draw cards our hand size is 2 larger. Now we could use Training with our green here in order to do Mana Storm by chucking Mana Draw. Or we go for the draw 2 card option here. Oh, we don't have the Bow of Star Dawn. Did I not flip that over? We destroyed that artifact. That's disappointing. What's our extra card? Maximal Effect. I guess there's no point in Temporal Portal because we drew Temporal Portal. Yeah, we drew Temporal Portal by using our motivation. So do we have a blue card that's worth picking up? I guess Power of Crystals. The Training. Dump Temporal Portal. Pick up Power of Crystals. Power of Crystals is in our hand. We can then use green and blue to pick up more cards. Probably want Mana Draw to get 2 white crystals. Blood Ritual to gain a lot of crystals. We've only got 3 cards actually left in our deck, so might use this as a heal option. Because before we go into combat we can do Blood Ritual with a red. That's going to gain us 3 mana. Mana Draw, setting this black die to a colour, can get us 2 crystals. So basically we can get 5 crystals of our choice. So 1 green. The heal 2 gets rid of the wound from Blood Ritual and the unit here. And we can do a blue crystal here to draw 2. Okay. We've got 5 mana basically we can take of our choice. We need 2 movement to get in. which, I mean, we might not need mana draw. That could be our second movement. We get a blue and a red. No, we've got just far too much blue. One's going here. One here, potentially. Almost certainly. We'd need one green for will focus. One red. Yeah, no, we're going to need it. So let's use this for 2 movement to get into the fight. So that is all of our cards for setup. And then let's see what we have. Unfortunately, we do need to kill him in just this fight. So got issues from paralysis here. Not that we have any block except this. Again, we'd need 24 attack to take him out. Wound wise, we'd take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which would knock us out. But if we're only playing range, which basically is all of our cards, that isn't an issue. So we have ranged ice attack 3, ranged ice attack 7, we'll focus with one of the mana tokens here. If this is 2 white, which I think it almost certainly should be. That was white. Oh no, that was just the extra die, wasn't it? That was white. We're setting this one white. The 2 tokens, 1, 2 for these cards. Actually no, because we want to use maximal effect on one of these, so we want red. Because this could be used for red anyway. We had red. We could set it to anything we want. Let's set it green. So we can use it next. No, it has to be red, doesn't it? Because we need those 2 tokens. I remember how to play this game. So, maximal effect on Swift Bolt gives us attack 8. And a red crystal here. 1, 2. We need 1 green crystal from Blood Ritual here, or green mana even, which gives us this. And we have 2 more mana. Yeah, we don't need to use. Don't need to use swiftness for the movement. We'll put these back. And we discard Crystal Joy and Mana Draw for movement. Nothing's changed. All this information was obvious to us. Can work it out. We set this back to black. The 2 there for movement. We're getting 3 mana from Blood Ritual. This is 1 from Will Focus, which lets us use Explosive Bolt, for example. Flip this for a blue and red. And that red can be used with maximal effect on Swift Bolt. No, we are still short of using everything, aren't we? That is a shame. We haven't used a dye from the source. We had white or red available, which is the same either way. So let's have a look. What damage are we dealing? This is double. This is 8. 14. This is really not enough, is it? 15. 19. $22. 22 is enough for 5 levels worth of damage. I think we have to kill the priest first before we target this, so... we use this as attack 6. We can kill the corrupt priest. It protects itself. That's 1 enemy defeated. 1 enemy gets armor -1. Pretty certain we cannot affect the enemy is not affected by any non-attack or non-block effects. Yeah. So then we've got 3 4 attack, which is 1 level. 8 attack, which is another 2 levels. 1, 2. And siege attack here, which is 1 more level. We've only got 1 card left in our draw deck. We're going to gain 22 fame, which is going to level us up. Not to the point where we're going to get anything else. So this is dead. We're going to take 1 wound, 2, 3, 4. Five, 6 wounds, isn't it? This is going to be discarded. So yeah, the original action of using the white dye, getting the crystals, would be better. At least we'd have 1 extra crystal. And at the end of combat we could heal 2. So everything's gone. What do we say? 1 wound, 3 wounds, 4 wounds, 5, 6 wounds. -2. Oop. I wonder if it... I don't think it counted this 3 actually, did it? Because I left them so far away. Dummy. So we will push back to here, but there's nothing we can do with our turn, unfortunately. Yeah, we were just 8 damage off of defeating him. That's a shame. We didn't do the recruit, so I can't put it down to wasting influence over here. Whichever way we moved, it's going to be a problem. Attacking this was fine for that extra 3 hand limit, but not to be. It's a lot to take out. It's a lot. The fact we managed to take out the first faction leader token using our artifact felt pretty good, but they're both got 24 health at their default where they start. You definitely can't afford to whittle away at every enemy token they have, especially having a couple of dragons, one dragon each. It's a lot of hit points there. This was quite a fortunate draw at the end. I think we pretty much got the perfect sort of stuff for what we needed. We just weren't able to pull it off. I mean, a spell or two along the way would have been really good. We get something like this for a ranged ice attack 9, which we can then double with the artifact. It's pretty much 2 or 3 advanced action cards all bundled into one. We had lots of crystals, lots of availability of crystals to churn out all the ranged attacks we needed, but just couldn't bring it home. Or bad times. But thank you very much for following along. I will keep persevering with this scenario until we do manage to beat it. It is a tricky beast.